Welcome to another episode of Raven Conversations. I'm Joe C. Mandel, State Public Affairs Officer for the Washington National Guard. And today I'm joined by Staff Sergeant Adeline Witherspoon. Many of you probably know the name. You've seen the photos definitely on our social media. She is a public affairs specialist, the 122nd Public Affairs Support Element. And she's here today to talk to us about being a public affairs specialist and a pretty good photographer. I'm assuming you think you're a pretty good photographer. So real quick background on yourself.
Oh, gosh. I've been in the Army about 7 years. I'm from Long Island, New York. I have an art degree and an English background.
An Islanders fan?
Actually, yes.
Oh, look at there. There's actually Islanders fans that exist. So 7 years, what led you to join the Army?
I got sick of waiting tables. It was pretty impulsive, actually, and I was never a big fan of the armed forces. Actually, ironically, in high school, I used to protest outside of the recruitment station that I then later joined up at. I came in with pink hair and tie-dye, and they took me. I was like, hey, I want to be public affairs specialist. They're like, what the hell is that? Let me tell you.
Yeah. And then what led you to join the Guard?
I got out of active duty. I used to be the Public Affairs NCO for 16 Cab. And then I just kind of had some time to kill while my husband was at school, now my ex-husband. And I think the best experience I ever had doing my job was for the wildfires back in active duty. And I was like, I want to do that. That felt meaningful to me, and I figured this is the best way to do that.
Yeah. So what got you into photography? You said you're an art degree major, so did that kind of lead that passion?
Sort of. So I wasn't very good at painting and drawing. And when I first started, I actually hated photography a lot. I joined because I wanted to write stories. That was what I was really interested in, just that combat journalism type of thing. And then it turned out I actually had a gift for, I guess, seeing things, composing images in my head.
Yeah, so you've been featured on the Top 100 in the Army, Aviation Awards. A number of different photos of yours have been used in a number of different campaigns. How does it feel to see those photos used kind of off and on throughout the last couple of years?
I absolutely love that validation. That's what made me really fall in love with this job and with the photography. I was at First Corps with my first unit, and a soldier stopped me in the hallway. They recognized my name. Like, oh, I just saw your photo on Soldier Magazine. And I was like, that felt really good. And then I just fell in love with it after that. It just came naturally. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're all public affairs here, right? I mean, we understand what's fun about the job and the good days and the bad days on it. What makes the job fun for you, though?
Oh, gosh. I love that, 1 week I can be out in the field pulling tail and for artillery or learning about EOD, CBRN, domestic operations, and get to go home at the end of the day, which is cool. Like, no week is ever the same for me.
Yeah, kind of the same for us too, right? No week is ever the same. No day feels like it's ever the same.
Which is perfect for me. I have ADD, so I can just...
Yeah. So I always ask this question, right? Whenever anybody comes in, they kind of talk about their job. Give us that pitch, right? What are you telling that kid who's sitting there on the couch or on their phone and they're like, hey, I love taking photos. What do they need to do to kind of get where you're at?
Well, I mean, one, you can actually get paid to do that type of thing. I know it doesn't always seem like it with cell phones, stuff like that, but if you develop your skill and your art, and most importantly, if you're passionate about government transparency, which, I am, I believe that the public has a right to know what we're doing, and you're passionate about telling stories, walk into your recruiting office, tell them what public affairs is. You might have to. And, yeah.
Yeah. What did the recruiters say when you said, hey, I want to be public affairs? And they're like, what's that?
That was about exactly what they said. They had to look into it. They wanted my high school English grades. And I was like, well, how about this college degree in English? Like, no, high school. Like, okay. No. But yeah, there were not a lot of slots open for it, but there's a lot of guard slots.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming in on and sharing. Anything else you want to add, kind of to the folks at home about what you do, or even just about yourself?
Oh gosh, well, it's the best job in the Army, honestly.
Yeah.
And you get to be on the front lines of history. I watch videos from the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and you see everyone running away from it, and then you see these two guys with cameras running towards it. And everything you see from the past, from history, is by those people taking photos and videos on the front lines. It's more than just content on Facebook. It's more than just random photos. You're actually documenting something that's important, and you're a part of history.
Yeah, nope, couldn't agree more with that. If you're interested in being public affairs, we can definitely share the information. I know Witherspoon is always interested in talking to folks that are interested in being public affairs and sharing kind of her passions with it. I know I appreciate you coming on. I know you're not a video person.
This is karma.
But it is karma, like you said. Like, we're going to have you on here someday because you've watched enough of these. If you like the video, give us a like. If you want to learn more, give us a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you watch more of these videos and learn about the Guard. Thanks, Spoons, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.